Welcome, everyone. This is Quan with Talk with Quan Show. I'm glad that you took time out to listen to me tonight. I just wanted to get in here and talk a little bit about the market. I am so excited that so many of us have decided to get into the market and explore all the things that's available when it comes to us building wealth and growing wealth in our community. It's a good thing. However, what I do believe, though, is that at some point they're going to change the rules. And that is why I want to come today and talk a little bit about how we should be educating ourselves on what it takes to actually be in this market. Excuse me. Before they change the rules, because the rules will change. I think as more of us get involved in the market, they will eventually figure out a way. And when I say they, I'm speaking of the powers that be. I don't even think I need to elaborate too much on that. I'm just saying overall, I think brown people have not been involved or included in the market or this type of wealth building or generational wealth building in forever. So the fact that some of us are now being able to access the platforms and the ability to generate money through these mediums is a good thing. We just have to know how to navigate it and not lose some of the gains when we do get involved in the business. So that's why I wanted to just get on here and just speak a little bit about what we should do in some of the things. And listen, I'm not saying I'm an expert by any means. This is just my 2 cents on the topic. And I just believe that if we strategically plan a way in where we can understand how the game is played, we'll at least dominate somewhat before they change the rules. Because what's going to happen, or what I believe, is that eventually the FCC and the SEC and those at the top echelon of the food chain will make rules where it's either harder for us to get in, or they'll put something in place where the barrier to entry changes. So while it's still accessible now, we have to make the best of it. And maybe I'm wrong. Hopefully I'm wrong. The thing is, we have no exchange within our own community. So I'm going to leave it at that. I know when I first started investing or trying to get into the game, we still had to pay to be a part of the investment arena. As far as, I think at the time I used Charles Schwab, or it might have been Tdameritrade. I forgot what it was, but I remember it was about 2006 or 2007, right before the housing market crashed. And I tried to get in the game. That's when I used to watch a lot of Jim Cramer and Mad Money, and I was young into trying to learn about the stock market and investing. And I do remember at that time you still had to pay to be a part of the game. I mean, you still had to pay a commission fee, which was at the time like $12.95 just to buy stocks. And I remember even at the time I had bought some Bank of America when the market had crashed, and I made a few dollars on that, but I still had to buy. So you had to pay to play, so to speak, at the time. Now, of course, fast forward a bunch of years later, and it has changed significantly where you have no commission now. So I think a lot of us can get more involved. Don't get me wrong, it's not free. I know a lot of us think it is free, but believe me, they still sell our data, sell our information, and they're still making money on top of it. Robinhood, Webull, all these different platforms still doing pretty well with the information. Even if they're just making a couple cents off of us, you figure if more of us get involved, they're still doing okay. So don't really think it's free, but it's better than the cost that was associated with trading previously. So it's a good thing. Now that we're in the game, we just have to figure out how to learn it, master it, and protect our gains as much as possible, and then reinvest. Understand that this is not really investing if you're not doing long-term investing. Long-term investing should be a 5 to 10 years, 15, 20-year plan when you're talking about long-term investing. A lot of us, we think of a short-term kind of gain where it's, I'm going to get in and buy low and sell high, which is good. That's the theory. That's what we're supposed to do, right? But investing is it's a marathon. Like they always say, it's not a sprint. So you can do those short-term game plays and still make some money, which is fine. I do those with options and certain other plays. But you want to do a long-term investing. What I want to do and what this channel is going to be about is going to be about investing, life, love. It's going to be about some of everything because I get bored easily. So I can't just talk all about investing, but I'll sprinkle in a lot of that because, of course, I think if our money is right, our mind is right, our spirit is right, our soul is right, our relationships are right, then everything kind of falls into place. Well, that's what I've observed, and that's what I've pretty much lived my life by now. So that's what this is going to be primarily about. So just stick with me. I'm going to show some examples of how to get into the market. I'm going to show some examples of how to play options. I'm going to show some examples of how to maybe read some charts. And by no means am I a financial expert. Let me just state that one caveat. I'm not a financial expert, but I just want to see us win, and I want us all to be successful. And I think we can do that. We're in a time right now where we are able to be a lot more successful than our forefathers behind us, or the ones who paved the way in the beginning when they didn't have the tools that's easily accessible to them that we currently have at our disposal. So we should just take advantage of it, and that's how I feel about it. There should be no excuses unless we're just plain old lazy, right? But with saying all that, if we start young, right, which is one of the things I wish my parents, and they didn't know, so I can't blame them, so I'm not even blaming them, and a lot of our parents who did not have the knowledge or the education to give us the upper hand, that's how a lot of us kind of fell short and fell behind. While other cultures and other communities were blessed or fortunate to have the information at hand and it was passed along, we weren't as fortunate. So now we kind of have a little bit more information now, and we just have to leverage it. One of the things I always say is don't let social media use you. Use social media, and social media right now can help you make some money if you know how to leverage social media and not just be there watching a bunch of foolishness. Don't get me wrong, some of it is funny and I like to laugh too, but I'm not gonna sit there and consume 10 hours or 3 hours of social media. So anyway, with that being said, I'm gonna hop over to the computer and let you see how to set up an account, and then I'll speak further about what are we gonna be doing, and maybe if you have any questions or comments and the like. All right, and I am back. Okay, so one of the easier platforms to use, and I think most millennials are currently using, and a lot of us adults as well. I mean, when I say adults, I guess we're all adults, but the older veterans, I guess you might say, we still use Robinhood. Robinhood is a very easy platform to use. It's so easy that I think a lot of young or early new investors believe that it's kind of video game-ish, right? Because it is so easy to use. But the profits are real, and I still somewhat like the platform because I can make trades and execute quite quickly on the platform. Of course, there's others that you can use. There is Webull, which I also use as well. There is Tdameritrade. There is Fidelity. There is Etrade. I mean, there's a bunch of platforms that you can really use to start accessing the market and start trading. However, it's still trading. I like to say trading as opposed to investing. The two have some correlation, but it can be different when we're talking about long-term investing for your future and for a nest egg to retire on and have some things stored for your family. Then we're talking about real investing. But you can also get on some of these platforms and you can do options. There's some of these younger individuals or people who just love doing maybe Forex. Me personally, I have not gotten into Forex. I have a few friends that actually is into Forex and keep saying, "Hey, Quan, I think you should try Forex because I think you'd be good at it. You'd like it. The gains are different." But I haven't taken that plunge yet, so I'll see how that goes. I'm still debating. However, I just wanted to touch on how you can get on to the Robinhood platform. So once you get on and you sign up, now of course I'm just showing you a quick draft. You go to Robinhood here, sign up. Now mind you, this is going to be on my YouTube channel, right? This would also be on Anchor on the podcast, which you won't be able to see, so you'd have to see the video on the YouTube. I'll have links to everything. So if you're listening to me and you want to see it, you'll have a link where you can actually go and put it up on the YouTube side as well, or just go to Talk to Quan Show on YouTube, and you'll be able to find the program. All right, so you would go here, sign up. Once you sign up, okay, this is just what it would pretty much look like. However, I'm using AMC Entertainment. Today date is 6/7/2021. AMC is on the tear right now. Everything's around AMC and Bed Bath & Beyond, BlackBerry, the short squeeze, which I won't even get into right now. That's a whole nother topic. But nonetheless, I'm just going to start off with just how you would just buy and sell. As you can see here, you have buy and sell. You put whatever company you're looking for up here at AMC Entertainment. If I wanted to say do BlackBerry, okay, it would come up. This is current price for BlackBerry as you see right now. All right. Over here you have your buy and sell. Okay, so you can buy your shares. The great thing about Robinhood too, and a few other platforms are adopting the same principle right now, is the ability to do dollars as opposed to shares. So you can buy and sell. So you can do dollars. You click here, you do dollars. You click here, do shares. Okay. So, all right. So we're gonna do shares. You put the amount of shares here. Okay. It will tell you how many shares. See, 11 shares is what that will cost you. This is your buying power. And so that's your buying power. Then you have sell. You want to do sell. Once you buy your shares, then you can decide how much you want to sell. You put that amount here. You do review order, and it'll tell you you place in good for a daily market order to sell. You'll see your profits right away once that order is executed. So it's very simple. They make it very simple for you to make your trades. I'll also touch on options on another time. I won't touch on it right now. I just wanted to give a basic overview of what it is to go ahead and start trading if you just want to get in the market and start trading. However, like I said, the biggest part to this is long-term investing. I'm going to touch on M1 Finance as well in one of my other series of information. And M1 Finance is more to me like a long-term financing. You set aside a certain amount of money and have that in your account, just dollar cost averaging, so to speak. Just keep putting money in that account. Don't even pay attention whether it goes up and down. Just get a few positions in companies and stocks that you know will make some money over year. Whether you're getting 35%, 40%, depending on some of these portfolios that's out there right now, you can actually do well over time. Okay, I can't help you choose the portfolio. I can just lead you in the direction. You can look at the ones that fits your time horizon, and go from there. I have some suggestions that I can also provide, and I will in future videos. This is just to kind of get our feet wet for those who are just new beginners and really looking to get in the market and what they're trying to achieve. Now, like I said, if you have any questions, if you'd like me to cover something else for beginners, let me know. You could send me a quick email, and I'll do my best to provide some direction around that. So like I said, so this is Robinhood. This is what it pretty much looks like. Then you have Webull. Webull is pretty much the same. You go here, sign up for an account. Once your account is set up, this is what it would look like. Okay. You buy, sell. Okay. Same thing. You can do limit orders. You do market orders. stop loss, stop limit, trailing stop. Those are the things I will go over at some point in another video. I won't make this extremely long. You have your charts over here. Okay, so you can see exactly what the market is doing. You can see your green is the market is going up, your red is going down. Right now this is Gevo had a nice little run, then it went back down, and as it closed, it had a run up, and then it went back down again. These are just technicals and charts. These are stuff that if you're not familiar with, over time you will learn these things, because these charts will actually help you be a better investor as well. So that's it on the platforms. Now, like I said, there's a few other platforms. I won't go into all of those. There's Tdameritrade. They're pretty much similar in nature, what you can actually do. Tdameritrade, Etrade, Schwab, these are supposedly like the big boy trading platforms, because they've been around for the longest, and a lot of institutions just use those platforms. Robinhood just came around a few years ago. They were able to capture a huge market share, and every other platform was forced to provide a zero commission incentive as well, to start drawing in more clients, which is good for us, the small investors. So that's pretty much what I want to talk about today, and just kind of give you some insights on. Like I said, the earlier we get in, the better it'll be, because I think eventually they will probably start changing some of the rules a little bit. And we just want to be a little bit ahead of the game, so that if they do change the rules, we are positioned, and we can be successful in the long term. What else? So I think that's about it. I will, like I said, be doing some other teachings on options. I'd also be looking at some tools to educate on, tools to do research on, so that we can be better and more informative investors. The key to this, though, is to start young. So if you're in your 20s, now is the best time. Listen, better yet, if you're in your teens, it might be the best time to go ahead and start a little, if you got to set up an account in your parents' name, but get involved now, so that by the time you are 30, 35, you have built out a nice nest egg, so that the struggle won't be upon you. I know money don't solve everything, but it's one of the things that if we have control over it and we have somewhat mastered it, it's one less thing to worry about. So then you can really live your life. I think what money does, it gives you the ability to have a certain amount of freedom, where you're not tied to something you don't like, for one, and then you have freedom to actually live, to travel, to wake up and feeling like I can choose my destiny, as opposed to your destiny being chosen for you because of the lack of funds, resources, and it can make you get old real fast if you are weighted down with having to worry about the financials. So now that we have the tools, we should use them. We should educate as many of us who are willing to learn, and we should try to figure out how we can come together and have collaborative meetings of the mind, so to speak, so that we can build our wealth together. And that's it. I'm not going to get on my soapbox right now. More to come. Just stay tuned. I just want to come on here and give it my 2 cents. Matter of fact, I might start calling this my 2 cents, because everybody else have their opinions, right? This is my opinion, and I'm hoping it will be helpful for you, your family. Like I said, you'll be hearing from me. Spread love.